Does anybody hear music in the background? I hear music in the background. Do you know what that music means?
I don't think anything goes off in that head. So
the music, strangely enough, sounds like like in the old Channel 8 children's specials for some type of Reading Rainbow or something, but it's actually not. Yeah, it's actually for the What We Like podcast.
Welcome.
That's right. So, now that it's time for our What We Like podcast again, it's time to introduce ourselves. Charlie, would you do the introductions today?
Oh,
Mr. Charlie.
we have this lovely lady beside me. Tell them who you are.
Lovely lady?
I'm Mackenzie.
Mackenzie. And then our lovely big guy who's over here who keeps us going and keeps us on track.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm Charlie's follically challenged brother from another mother. I'm Greg.
And I am still Charlie.
Still Charlie.
Are you still Charlie?
I'm still Charlie.
Did we check this time? Because I didn't see it.
For the next few hours, I'm still Charlie.
Oh, we only have a few more hours.
Folks, I didn't check
Yeah.
this time, so we're taking him at his words that he is still Charlie.
Risque.
Yeah, and then at a certain time, I will be
All right.
Charlie the Kills.
Welcome.
I can't see that.
Welcome, friends and neighbors, to another edition of the What We Like podcast. We are here to entertain you because we got nothing better to do.
Okay.
Actually, we just like to give everybody a chuckle and see what we can have fun talking about.
Because obviously we like to talk.
That is right. Let's get a few things out of the way. First, we want to say thank you to a few of our friends and associates and sponsors. The first one we want to say thanks to is Drake Sobrad from Sweetwater. He is the super cool electronic guru that can help you whether you want to buy a guitar, an amplifier, a recording board, a microphone, or a partridge in a pear tree.
Getting into the spirit.
Yeah, since
always
it's already
wanted
in
a
the
pear tree.
stores.
Yeah.
Drake is our
That'd be a
super
cool
cool
tree.
buddy, and we want to say thank you,
They're
Drake.
difficult. Thank you, Drake.
Yay! We also want to say thank you to our friends at the Bamboo Car Wash in Dawsonville, Georgia. They are some of the hardest working people you will ever see.
Good job, guys.
They have been keeping my car
Proud of
spot and free and just shiny as hell. I love them for that. Thank you.
Thank you. We're proud of you.
Also, just so you know, they have little pictures of what is that, a panda bear?
Panda.
Just so you know, they don't torture the
Look at
pandas and make them wash your car. It's an automated car wash. There's no, like chained up pandas in there washing. So they're cute and adorable pandas, but they're not making them work. So it's cool.
I'd love to go to a car wash. With
That
pandas.
would actually be the most
With a-
freaking adorable
yeah.
car wash in the world.
Where pandas washed your car.
Did you know
It
that?
would take forever because you just watch them roll around and not do
Oh,
what they were
man.
supposed to do. But
Hey, Charlie.
Yeah.
Did you know that we could do magic on this show?
we can.
We can. I bet you if you close your eyes until I say open them, that when you open them, I can show you what it's like to be inside a car wash.
Oh.
Really? Okay, close your eyes. All right, here we go. Ready? Open your eyes, Charlie.
You wanted to do that so bad. Oh,
Oh, we got
Another-
big clumps.
another colony of bubbles.
Another one.
They're organizing. They're coming for us. That's right, folks. We have a bubble gun, and we are not afraid to use it. Just
Aw.
like our friends at the Bamboo Car Wash have soap and are not afraid to put it on your car and make it clean, we have a bubble gun.
I guess I need to be clean then.
Oh, you're hot.
Well, much like the pandas of the Bamboo Car Wash, if you have a penguin that is in need of therapy or
Oh.
treatment, you can always take it to our friends at Premier Psychological, who specialize in the therapy and treatment of penguins. And a new sponsor this week, Schnecht and Schnecht Discount Funeral Homes, reminding
Oh.
you that no matter where you go, Schnecht and Schnecht is there to bring you home. And they have the best prices in town. So, yeah.
Sometimes you can get a 2-for-1 deal.
That is
Charlie.
true. Now, I have a few things I would like to hand out here.
My jeepers.
I bet you guys do not know what
Jeepers.
these pieces of paper are, do you?
I do.
He does because he saw. But What I'm going to do is I'm going to announce a name and see if they're here. This
no.
one is for our first subscriber. I'm going to set it to the side for the moment.
Ooh.
This second would be, do we have a Mackenzie here? Is there a Mackenzie?
I think.
I believe we have a Mackenzie. This is her right here. And do we have a Still Charlie? Yes, it does say that right on the paper.
Even though we didn't do our
Still
official
Charlie.
check, are we sure
we're going to
Still
trust him.
Charlie?
What this is this is the official What
are
We
you
Like
gonna check?
podcast.
I'm not going to take each.
This is our What We Like podcast weather window. What this does is recognizes your window as a meteorological and scientific testing instrument.
Well,
Well, all you have to do is read the instructions down here on the bottom and hope that I can pronounce these words.
ooh.
We would like to say that this has no affiliation with the National Weather Service whatsoever, and the What We Like podcast does not want to be sued by them.
Please don't sue us.
The weather window is not intended to stop, prevent any weather or natural disaster events. Side effects may include, but are not limited to, headaches, nausea, blurred vision, chronic halitosis, vapor lock, crabs, lobsters, and hallucination of small woodland creatures in costumes.
What is vapor lock?
I don't know, but it sounds like something I don't want to get.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very comfy.
Sounds like you'd have something cross-threaded.
I don't know. I'm kind of interested now.
I could see
Anyway,
you searching.
do you know what the amazing part of this is? Let's say you're one of our viewers, and I'm just going to say, do you know how many viewers we have right now?
Ooh,
Let's take a guess. If you were going to say how many viewers have we had, how many do you think we have?
17.
17. That's a lot of viewers. Charlie, what would your guess be?
25.
25?
What is a 25? Oh, you mean a bent sink pipe?
No.
Did I say that right? 25?
Yeah,
25? You guys are right there around it. We actually now have officially, can you guess? Let me have a drum roll. 21.
Woo!
We are officially legal now with our amount
Hey,
of
we can drink.
yeah, we
now.
can drink now because we are legal.
I will.
Now, if
Cheers.
you're one of those amazing 21 viewers and would like to have your own What We Like podcast weather window certificate, how could they get one? Do you think they could contact us in some way?
I think they might be able to.
How would
just
they
might be
contact
able
us?
to. If they just send a quick email to whatwelikepc@gmail.com.
PC, does
You
that
could
does
get
that
your
stand
own.
for podcast?
No.
Well, I'm sure it does, but what else
Here,
could it
let's,
stand for?
Look at that.
Yeah, it's Greg's turn.
Yeah. Let's see.
All right, I have one. Whoops, no,
Oh,
I have
did you
two.
get
I'm sorry.
two?
All right. Although we know it stands for podcast, it could be also pomegranate cheesecake.
Oh, yeah,
I wonder
yeah,
if that would be good.
I'm thinking, hell, how bad could it be? It's pomegranates and cheesecake.
Yeah, I wonder if like you sprinkle it on top.
I like pomegranate Celsius.
Yeah.
You know,
that honestly might not
lem-
be terrible.
It's-
I bet if we were eating pomegranate cheesecake right now, do you know who would make that for us?
Oh, then it definitely would be amazing.
That's right.
It
If
would
we
be
were going to
good.
eat it, the only one we would eat would come from
True.
Sweet Segovia Delicacies,
True.
the finest delicacies and chocolates of North Georgia. You cannot go wrong buying something there. We highly suggest you use them as your vendor for delicacies. If you don't, we
What are you looking
will
Vapor
we will
lock.
sit and cry.
Oh no.
You're looking up Vapor Lock?
Oh
Yeah.
no, he's done his own research. I'm scared. And remember, I would just like to remind everybody, if you can prove Charlie wrong, you can take a point away.
That's right. Olaf, we want to
is it?
keep an eye on his internet usage while we're having a show.
Get a
I'm
pin.
sharing it, so it's not bad.
Okay, we just
But it
want to
has
make sure you.
nothing to do with the human body.
The
If
reason-
you get vapor lock,
Wow.
it has to do with car engines.
Interesting.
Well, I did
This
not
could
know
leave
that.
you on the side of the road.
I did not know. That's very interesting. Weird.
So if you get it
wild
in-
Would you
inside
like
of
to
you-
share it with the class?
I mean, it says problem caused by the liquid fuel changing state to get to gas while still in the fuel delivery system of gasoline fueled internal combustion engines.
Fascinating. Things we learn.
So I guess vapor lock could just basically be gas.
Yeah.
Is that- Is that an automobile's way of saying an upset stomach with a fart that won't come out?
Yeah.
I think so.
Which is strangely a viable thing to talk about. I know we get off on tangents on this show, and that's what we have. We can't get off on tangerines because they're small, so that's why we go on tangents. Today's show topic could actually cause vapor lock. We're going to talk about fast food and the fast food empire. The reason is because there are grades of fast food out there.
Oh.
Is there independent providers to compete against national chains? And today we want to evaluate and classify our favorites and bring them to your or bring our unique
have a
insight to you
favorite?
on which fast food empires we have tried and like. We don't want to slam any of the ones that we don't like. We just want to kind of concentrate on the things we do.
Might.
So let's first let's first talk about some of the basic classes, because we have basically basic fast food.
Basic.
Are these our gradings or?
Yeah, this is just basically gradings we make up, because there's basic fast food. So if you thought about it, Taco Bell, kind of basic fast food.
Yeah.
Okay. McDonald's, basic fast food.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing special about them, Now, average fast food.
I agree with him.
I think, sir.
I would think that Wendy's would be a little better fast food.
Yeah.
Top grade fast foods,
Like
would,
high class of fast food.
Yeah. So let's say if we wanted to go with the Mexican genre, basic fast food would be Taco Bell. Average fast food, Del Taco. Top grade would be like Moe's or Chipotle.
Okay.
I could see that. Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Same thing for hamburgers. If we had Burger King and McDonald's are the basics. Okay.
Or Hardee's. Hardee's is the basic.
Wendy's and some of the others are a little better. And then if you went to a place like Five Guys, or one of those type
but
places.
are Five Guys considered? I mean, because they don't have a drive-through, so is it considered fast food? Plus,
it's still considered fast food. It can be made fast. The problem is I don't have good enough credit to eat there anymore.
I know, they're so expensive.
Because literally it was going to be over $20 for one person.
I mean, but you're also getting thicker, like the burgers are thicker.
Yeah, you get something is actually real
it's like
beef.
Subway.
Yeah.
And wasn't something that was, Georgia sun-dried possum.
Higher quality. Oh. Do they
Because-
get those at, what is his name?
Pete's
Possum Pit.
Pete's
Pete
Possum
uses only the
Pits.
finest USDA approved possum available.
Mhm.
Roadkill.
And then
Have you ever
there's
had roadkill?
I hope not.
the Roadkill Cafe. Then there's
I like
certain
the Roadkill Cafe.
there's certain classified fast foods or things we're going to talk
I have
about
no
that are just fan favorites.
Do you
We
want to
all
talk
know-
about the classiest of the classes?
What's that?
Chick-fil-A.
That is exactly what I'm. Can we get a high five, girl? Mm-hmm.
Say something. Say something.
Hi.
Chick-fil-A A1.
All right.
Since day one.
Chick-fil-A is what I'm going to consider a top tier versus some of the other places.
Okay. I will consider Chick-fil-A only on one condition.
Okay.
When you go to their what is it, the little troll house with the troll house door or whatever?
The Troll House door.
What do they call that?
Dwarf House.
Dwarf house door?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they serve chicken and waffles and stuff like that.
Do you know they have different types? So there's a Hawaiian one. I went to that one. There's a diner, and they have special menus.
Yeah, me and a buddy went to one down in Atlanta. We were going through Atlanta
Eat more chicken.
And
it was a dwarf house. It had the dwarf house.
There's also
And they
multiple dwarf houses.
But they were,
I didn't know that.
They were, you could sit, and they had
Yeah.
waiters and waitresses. We were highly confused.
Yeah, so
we didn't know what to do.
At the diner, they have the regular Chick-fil-A side, and then they have it's all blue and pink, and it's really cute and retro, and you can get specialty milkshakes.
Oh.
And then I just recently went to the Hawaiian themed one, and they have a tiki out front, and they have Hawaiian burgers with the pineapple on it, and they have the special Chick-fil-A sauce just there for their nuggets, and they have a rice bowl and all this other stuff. It was really cool.
I liked it because they had the chicken and waffles. I got the chicken and waffles.
I bet they're really good.
It was pretty good.
Chicken and waffles.
The only thing is their chips They're potato chips.
Listen,
Yeah,
they had to do something bad. They couldn't be perfect all around the board, and it's the chips.
Are horrible.
Now their French fries, the waffle fries, are wonderful,
Yes,
and that's
those are
why
good.
that's why we think that these waffle chips that they make, which are
They're just so salty,
gum charring, tooth lodging,
they're just
chips.
not it.
And then there's a special place that's going to be very near and dear. Well, actually, two places that are going to be very near and dear to our hearts as Southerners.
I don't know what that was.
It's the rite of passage for every child that's ever gone on a field trip to Atlanta. When they take us.
Oh yeah.
Where did we go?
The Varsity.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
right.
What
do you have? What do you have? Give me 2 naked dogs and a glorified burger.
Yep.
That's right, baby.
Don't forget 2 bloody burgers.
And don't forget
And
that
some
frosted
orange
dough. Give me a walking peach and a frosted dough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever visit Atlanta, you gotta definitely try.
Do you know the one in Athens is gone?
I didn't know there was.
Oh, that's very sad.
It's not the original, but it was like I guess the second one.
I only thought there was 2. There's one in Atlanta, and then there's one.
And there's one in
No,
Dawsonville.
that's a junior.
Yeah,
they have a junior varsity. There's a junior varsity in Dawsonville. There's a junior varsity somewhere in Atlanta. I don't know if it's Norcross.
There's 2 in Atlanta.
Yeah, but it's a junior varsity. It's farther out.
It's
farther out.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
And then there was one in Athens. There was a big one in Athens.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I just thought it was in Atlanta. And
we would always go that way because we would always stop in there on our way to sing songs.
Absolutely.
Very interesting.
And then I'm going to talk about one. Well, there's one other heartfelt one we'll get to in a second, but there is one newly encroaching chain of burger places that is coming in. That's one of my favorites. It's out of that little old state of Texas called Whataburger.
I love Whataburger.
I've never been to Whataburger.
Really? Oh my God, I love Whataburger.
We are going to go on a field trip to take Charlie to Whataburger.
They're building it in Buford?
In Dawsonville. There's already one incoming, but let me tell you, that place stays so covered up you can't get near it.
They have a few of them in Florida. That's where I had them.
Yeah, absolutely. I am a big Whataburger fan. I thank you, Whataburger. I love you.
So good.
Please don't sue us.
You could send us
yeah, if you wanted to send us any free Whataburger items, we would be happy to plug you now that we have how many folks? 21.
And we love you.
Viewers. And we love each and every one of you. Especially because you don't sue us. The last one I want to talk about is another place. It's called fast food. I'm going to say it's a little better quality fast food, but again, no drive-through. You got to go in and sit down. And that is the Awful Waffle, the Waffle House.
That one right there is dear. And
that's dear to all of our hearts.
And that is dear to all of our hearts.
You ain't Southern if you don't eat at a Waffle House.
I am Southern hibachi right there, boys.
I am very worried about Waffle House, and I'm going to tell you why.
Why?
I was greatly scarred about Waffle House.
No.
Who hasn't been?
I was about to say it then again.
That's a rite of passage, bro.
And this is the weird thing. It was not at like 2 a.m. at a Waffle House or anything.
No.
On a drinking trip. This is what this is going to blow your mind.
The best time to go.
The waffles are
I went to visit my sister and my nieces and my brother-in-law in Virginia, and for Sunday they wanted to go eat at Waffle House for things.
Interesting.
I've been to Waffle House. You've been to Waffle House. You've been to Waffle House. Yeah. Every one of them is the same all over.
Yeah.
And we pulled up and parked and walked in, and I was going over towards a table that was open where I was grabbed by some lady that had a Waffle House uniform. She said, "Sir, can I help you?"
Oh.
I said, "Yeah, we're just sitting down." She said, "Oh, you can't do that."
Oh.
I said, "Excuse me?"
Can't do what?
She said, "Sir, we have to get your name and put it on the list. There's going to be about a half hour to 45-minute wait."
You know what? Yeah.
And that's when I stopped and looked around. Okay. This should have been my first clue that something was going horribly wrong, and I should have been hearing this in the background. Okay. This was the first clue. I started looking around, and everybody was all dressed up.
Oh.
Okay. Everybody was all dressed up. They had on their best church Sunday clothes.
Was it Halloween or something?
No, that's how they go to Waffle House in Virginia. They dress up on Sundays in their best Sunday's best and go.
Fascinating.
And I said, okay, maybe it's just a little different.
Mm-hmm.
My friend used to own 5 or 6 Waffle Houses. That's why I'm so familiar with them. We sat down and waited, finally got our chance to sit down. And I got the same thing I've gotten at a bunch of other Waffle Houses, which is the meat lovers chicken dinner, double plate scattered, covered, and topped with a sweet tea.
Oh, that sounds good.
And the waitress said, "What?"
Oh. Was it like a joke?
No. And I said, "You're serious? You don't know what I'm ordering?" I said, "Meat lovers chicken platter, double plate, scattered, covered, and topped with sweet tea. I don't need the salad." Can I see the menu? Where is that on there?
Was she new?
No. But that was the whole thing. And the first thing she said is, "Well, sir, I can bring you some tea and you could put sugar in it." And I said,
"I'm out.
Okay,
I'm out.
That should have been the very second thing that I heard that should have caused
that is like nails on a chalkboard for Southerners. What in the hell?
And then I told her,
"Did you go, is this a Huddle House?"
No. Actually, what I told her is, "Ma'am, if I had wanted to drink a snow globe, I would have ordered a snow globe. I don't want to put sugar in my nice cold tea and watch it float. I want sweet tea. You're really telling me you don't have sweet tea at Waffle House?" Said, "No."
That's really weird. I know it's a Southern thing, but it's a Waffle House.
Yeah, and Virginia should be somewhat Southern.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was
blasphemy right here.
That was the worst Waffle House.
Wow.
And remember,
looking at you, Virginia, get it together.
And remember, I've been asked to leave a number of Waffle House establishments, whether I was sober and or drunk. We used to actually go steal things out of the Waffle House. That was our thing. Every time we used to go to car shows and car audio contests, we would eat at Waffle House for good luck, and we would steal things. I would take a menu, or maybe we get a napkin dispenser. My buddy Rocky took the entire hand dryer off the wall out of the bathroom. Yeah,
he must have really been determined.
I got flashed by a lady of the night at a Waffle House.
Ooh.
Technically, it wasn't aimed at me. I just happened to be looking in that direction.
Right
no, it was not.
Right place at the right time, or wrong place at the wrong time?
It was
right place at the wrong time.
Wrong.
I think the only time that I've been
pretty sure she was like mid to late 50s.
Ooh.
I was a teenager.
Hey.
I was like, nah.
All I'm gonna say is hoes got to eat too. Okay, everybody got to get their grub on.
Oh my gosh.
I think the only time I've been at a Waffle House though, and it was like not what I was really used to. So when I was in Miami, we just got down there. I went to school at FIU. So I
didn't know Miami had Waffle House.
They don't. They have one. They have one, and our new roommates are not. One was from Germany, and another, I don't remember where he's from, but he wasn't from like the South. So neither of them had ever been to a Waffle House. And me and my friend that had just moved into like this big house with the roommates, I was like, y'all have not been to a Waffle, let us see. And there was one, and it was like 30 or 45 minutes away. We were like hyping them up all about this Waffle House. We drive all the way there. They had a bouncer. There was a line. There was a tent. You had to put your name on the list. Like it was, and there were like police cars sitting out. Like that's, I was like, Miami needs more Waffle Houses. Like this is our key point. Like this is how good Waffle House is. Yes. And literally they were like, oh yeah, sometimes they even have like cover charges for this Waffle House. I was like, you're lying to me. And they were like,
do they have like a band or something?
No, it was just like
DJ.
So literally, and it was just, I guess it was just so like popular. But there's so many like 24 hours. But yeah, there was a tent outside of like, it looked just like a regular Waffle House. Nothing like specifically fancy.
Please tell me the waitresses still look the same.
Yes, they did. Yeah, they did. No, like everything was
teeth
like
missing.
Oh yeah, teeth
well,
missing.
that's a Waffle House
like, still holding the cigarette when she's taking your order. Like everything is, everything was down to par except for when you, and like the place was packed. Like it was packed, and sometimes they even have like valet parking. Like it was packed, and like
weird.
The police officers were like,
"You gotta stop freaking me out."
That's crazy, right? Like Miami's so different, and I saw that, and they're like, "Are all Waffle Houses like this?" I was like,
"No, no, not at all,
Again,
not at all."
You should have heard that sound at the bouncer.
I mean, I said normally at a Waffle House, if somebody asks for your keys, you just don't talk to them and keep moving. They're gonna steal your car, because. But like, yeah, they're like,
damn right,
yeah. Or like
That's
that
how it
one
is out
woman, you
here.
get a chair thrown at you and you catch it and whip it around and then get fired.
I saw this thing and it was like, which staff do you think could take? Which staff do you think would win in a fight? And it was like, Waffle House and McDonald's, and they're like, no, like a fully healthy staffed Waffle House could take on like a whole army. they're definitely walking out unscathed.
Man, some of the stories I've heard from waitresses in Waffle House,
Yeah.
I'm like, damn.
Have you guys seen the videos where it's like how the interview, like, oh, and how many felonies do you have? Like, and how many fights have you won? How many fights? Oh, okay. All right. How many teeth do you currently have? Oh, well, can we knock one of those out? All right.
Me and my buddy saw a hot girl at working at Waffle
Yeah.
House. We were so confused. We were so confused. I'm sorry for any of you who work at Waffle House because we love you because you were such a special breed of people. But yeah, this girl was. We sat there and we were like, you work here? And she's like, yeah.
They make good money though. Like the Waffle Houses can make really good money.
The one she was working at was always packed.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
But we were still so confused. We're like,
you know, they have their own language too. Waffle House has their own language. That's what when he was saying like scattered and stuff like and then like how they hand off their plates. I watched this whole thing about like when they put their plates, like with the jelly that you get is based off of your order, and that's how the cook knows what you've asked for.
Pull 2 bacon and 1 sausage.
And then how they flip it and where it is on the plate depends on like it all has like placement, all has like
I need a bowl of boiled sand, 2 indigestions, and a
House?
snowstorm, and Adam and Eve on a raft.
I bartended with a girl who worked, and she was like telling me there's this whole language they have to learn before they can hit the floor and everything else. Like, that's really interesting.
Waffle House is just a microcosm nexus in this universe of weird things to happen. And the reason I will say this
so grateful
is,
for it, though.
Well, every place has its own weird.
We have you.
Me and 2 of my friends.
I meant like restaurants, but okay, yeah, sure.
Me and 2 of my friends went to a Waffle House, and I'm just going to admit, yes, we were seriously inebriated. We were eating to take the edge off, and at that moment,
love Waffle House stories.
These 3 ladies. Well, I'm going to say 2 ladies and 1 lady. 2 ladies walked in, 1 lady rolled in, and they sat down at their table across from us. And my drunken idiot friends are starting to argue, about who's going to get which girl. Loudly enough that they can actually. Oh yeah, before we even talk to them.
Okay.
And I'm just going to tell you, the one girl was in a wheelchair, and it was called the quick. It was called the quick. No, this is real life. We called her the cutie in the quickie because the wheelchair was called a quickie. And these 2 idiots that are sitting with me, and that's when I just shut up for a minute because they were going, no, she's mine, man. She going home with him. It's me. She ain't gonna want you for nothing, man. What the hell is your problem?
We really should have just gone on.
And maybe we should have skipped this. I'm looking at the other 2 girls because the girl at the wheelchair is at the end of the table. She can't see, but I'm looking at her 2 friends, and they're just looking, and I'm just going. And these 2 drunken idiots continue to fight over who's going to get the cutie and the quickie.
Wow.
We finally get our food and eat, and they shut up. The other girls get their food. And I'm just going to say this as bluntly as I possibly can. They left before we did. And as they stood up, the girl flicked her wheelchair around and said, I wouldn't either one of you. And went out to her car. And of course, my drunken friends, oh, she's uppity, man. What the hell's her problem?
Oh, dear Lord.
Yeah. So you don't see fine things like that. It's, let's say, at a Ruth's Chris Steakhouse or even a Shoney's. That's a Waffle House moment
Shoney's
extraordinaire.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh.
So let me ask you this: if you're going to go out somewhere and you're cruising through a metropolitan city that has all these places, where is the first place you think about spending your hard-earned dollar for your food?
We'll say let's stick to fast food right now. We're not doing actual restaurants. I'm partial because of my friends. Shout out to the Walters boys.
I know you're about to say.
I love the queen. You got to go with DQ. because I love their fries.
Is that
like
royalty has its privileges?
Yeah, I love.
Is that like a southern thing too? Like, is DQ like particularly a southern like fast?
I don't know because I lived in the St. Louis area and I don't remember seeing one, but
I think they are worldwide because I remember when I was in elementary and junior high, we got a Dairy Queen in Parker, Colorado.
I think they're more prevalent in the South. But,
but they're more like popular. But I also know like certain fast food restaurants go by different names. So I wonder if maybe.
Well, yeah, you have like Hardee's, and then what's the one that's out in California? But there
Carl's Jr.
Carl's
Jr.
But
they're company. The same.
Oh, but shout out to Carl's in St. Louis. Oh, they're not affiliated with. They're more of a diner than fast food joint. Those boys are awesome. Shout out to you.
If we're going to give them a shout out, let's give a shout out to Dan Hardy. Dan Hardy is a friend of the family, and I'm sure if he knew about the show, he would be a friend of the show. He is one of the Hardy's family members that started the Hardy's chain. He's a real estate broker, and as always, he drives in the GT3 Porsche category. I think it's GT3 Porsche category in IMSA racing, and is a hell of a race car driver, and may I say, a damn fine guy.
I loved Hardy's breakfast when it used to be here, but it's hard to find a Hardy's in the area now.
It is, and they're drying up.
Yeah,
it's about it. There's one up in I think Clarksville.
I'm not sure. I just know the one in Oakwood.
Yeah. Though there used to be one in Gainesville.
Oh, there used to be a lot of stuff I heard in Gainesville.
Yeah. But I mean, and say I was in the Midwest. So I when I was in St. Louis, this is a question because it's a, I don't know if either of y'all have been there. I assume he has. I don't know about you.
Have you been to St. Louis?
But, well, I mean, they're not just in St. Louis. It's them in St. Louis. They made a movie about it. It's the Crystal White Castle.
I've heard about White Castle. I've not been to a White Castle.
I've been to White Castle upstate in Connecticut and New York and places like that because that's where all my family comes from.
My mom talked about it in Ohio.
That's why they like to take their redneck cousin there, because everybody else I know, dad's born in Connecticut, mom's born in Ohio, my sister's born in New York City. Where am I born? South Fulton Hospital. That makes me the official redneck cousin. They have taken me to White Castle. I have tasted spikes and sliders, and I gotta say,
what do you rate it?
They are not bad.
Who wins between White Castle and Crystal, though?
You guys are gonna hate me for saying this, and I'll explain why. I'm gonna give White Castle a slight edge, and this is why. I love Crystals, I really do. The problem is every time I eat Crystals, an hour later, the Crystals eats me back a little bit. Okay. White Castle has a little bit less of that effect.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a lot of White Castle when I was in college.
And I'm also a little upset with Crystal, because Crystal used to have something that was so good, so perfect, so just made you salivate. And it was called the BA burger. The Crystal's Black Angus burger. And I am here to tell you folks, that was a damn fine fast food burger. I enjoyed many of them. I didn't mind that they were a little bit more money than something else of the same category. I gladly paid it, and they took it away from me, and I have been scarred for burger life ever since.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay, go.
Since that's something that you miss off a menu, what is a fast food item that was on a menu and then they took it off and like it has not returned and you miss it?
Brownie Earthquake Dairy Queen.
Oh, you knew that one right away.
Right off the bat. I'm still upset about it. I've had conversations with my friend who owns a Dairy Queen. He's like, yeah, they got rid of it. And I was like,
could you not like request like a makeshift version, like a build your own? No,
they don't have, because they had specific brownies.
Like brownie bites.
Yeah, they were like, they were specific. There was 3 in a triangle. Yeah. It was delicious.
I feel like I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm still, if you can't tell, I'm actually still angry about it. And it's been probably over, I know it's been over 15 years.
I get that. I'll get to mine and I'll yeah. What was yours? Is it that Angus burger?
The BA burger, yeah. And because I am a token fat guy, I go to a lot of fast food places. There's actually 2, and they both have to do with the Mexican side of food. One was the Old Del Taco used to have a thing called a steak and cheese burrito. For those of you who remember it, it was exactly what it said. It was a steak, it was a cheese, it was a burrito. That's it.
That was simple.
Nothing else. It was that gooey pump out cheese with nice little pieces of steak in a tortilla. How could it go wrong? The other one that was my absolute favorite, and I am so pissed at Taco Bell.
Dun, dun. Oh, that's the one you're gonna say?
I don't know. We'll see.
The Chilito.
What is that?
Chili cheese burritos.
Chili
the
cheese
best thing in the world.
burritos, and you just called it chili cheese. They
They
called it a
sold them for
Chilito.
99 cents. Me and my brother would get like
God,
30 of them and just
good.
devour of them. They would.
They
Oh my
change
God.
their stuff.
They would
all the
destroy
time.
you, but it was totally worth
Worth
it. It was
it?
just chili and cheese.
Chili and cheese, and then they
It-
put it in the little steamer thing, so that cheese went melty and gooey and everywhere. And then they rolled it up and gave to you, and it was still hot when you got it, and it was so good.
You would, seriously, $20. You just go plop it down, whatever
Yeah.
tax, and you would just. Me and my brother would just devour.
crazy.
They were so good.
Oh,
It was.
wow. See, my thing with Taco Bell is I feel like
I think we've had this conversation.
I've never had the
before.
same thing twice. I've ordered the same thing over and over, and it's never been made the same way twice.
We actually stopped going to Taco Bell when they
Yeah.
got rid of the chili cheese burrito,
Oh.
which they had to change the name because they called it a Chilito, and supposedly that's a different term used.
It depends. There's different dialects, so it depends on where.
Yeah, I've heard
I don't know.
it's small.
Oh.
I've heard, but I don't know that for it. So I think they got back to them and they had to change it to just calling them chili cheese burritos. But the Chilito was so good.
Oh, wow.
So good. I miss them. I miss those so bad.
I do miss those.
That's what I was actually going to say.
I have a
That's so
feeling
funny.
Mackenzie has something she wants to tell us about.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
No, so
I'm dying to find out what this is.
So McDonald's has a special place in my heart forever and always. I will always fight for them, even though they don't taste the same recently and they're not my favorite. But and their fries, they're the only fries that in my heart rival Chick-fil-A. I don't. But they did this thing They did this thing. I'm not even talking. They did this thing a few years ago, and it was like their version of like food around the world. It was like obviously all like a joke, and none of it was real. But they had their French fries. I don't know if anybody remembers these. It was for a very short time.
Wait. So how? Okay.
Okay.
More detail because I don't remember these.
It was in this big, came in this box, and it was like the cheap pump out cheese. And they had little like bacon bits on them, and they were like loaded French fries, and they were amazing. You got with a fork, and it was this little box, and oh my goodness, I ate so many of them. And when they finally like ended that little like promotional thing, because it was like changing, they had like there was a special like item for whatever they were like promoting.
Dude, I'm actually pissed I didn't know about this.
It
As a
was
fat
so
guy, I'm supposed to get a
good.
letter or something or an
stopped,
email.
I kind of stopped going to McDonald's after as a kid.
Really?
Yeah, just I was never. I don't know what it is.
Huh.
I was a McDonald's employee. I'm just going to go ahead and say my very first job is I was a pizza slut. And then I left Pizza Slut and went to be a Mickey D's boy with some other friends. And I had a good time working there. We had a good crew. And back then, it was much different than it is now. The McDonald's of today is not the McDonald's of yesterday.
It was more streamlined to get more customers just rolling.
Well, absolutely. And the customer service aspect of it is gone because it's now order through a kiosk, order through this. We can't be bothered to speak to you. Everything's gone up in price. Plus, it used to be burgers, fries. Mm-hmm. Okay, we had a fish sandwich because they wanted to be open on Fridays during Lent and have business. And then they had chicken nuggets because you have to do something left over with all those nugget pieces. And it was great. But they went too far. They got too many things.
Salads.
Yeah. Look, man, if you're going to McDonald's because you want something healthy, first off, your ass is in the wrong place, okay?
Wrong spot.
If you can't feel your arteries harden as you go into a fast food restaurant, you ain't in the right place. If you're looking for health food, follow some rabbits out in the field and eat like they do. Fast food is fast food for what it is.
Do you guys remember Burger King had a bacon milkshake? It was very short-lived.
No.
And I heard that only pregnant women were the main consumers of this milkshake. I literally might not have even been on
Okay.
there for a month. Like, it did terrible.
I did not have one.
But do you know what I'm talking about?
I did not see one, but you are not the first person who has said that. I had some other people I knew in South Carolina that told me about that.
Yes. It was very, very short-lived. I don't even think it made it officially to their menu.
The thing is,
but there were commercials for it.
I think she's absolutely onto something, because on one of the Food Channel things I was watching, were talking about milkshakes, and this guy made a extra creamy, thick chocolate milkshake with 2 pieces of bacon in it.
Oh.
And I actually looked at that and went, ugh.
Yeah, I was in my bacon era, and so that's why, like, I remember people sent it to me like a lot. They're like, "Oh my gosh, you got to go try it," and it really it didn't look good.
Well, there's one that's like Steak and Shake does a lot of
absolutely.
They do a lot of milkshakes, and there's one that they do at Christmas time, and I don't know. I guess you have to be a fan of eggnog.
Here it is.
So good.
It was the see, it didn't.
It doesn't look like a milkshake. It looks like
maybe
sundae.
It wasn't. Maybe it was a sundae. I thought it was a milkshake, but it just.
I mean, I would try it once, but I didn't know about it.
It was extremely short-lived.
I didn't know about that
you guys
eggnog milkshake until I went to Steak and Shake one time, and it was delicious. But I like eggnog.
Has anybody had French fries at Wendy's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has anybody had a Frosty at Wendy's?
Yes.
How about French fries in a Frosty?
I've never actually.
I
never really.
The thing was, we used to take French fries and use it to dip out the Frosty and eat it that way, and it was great.
Good. On your way home.
I did not know that was a whole thing. I would just like to thank you to all the people out there that introduced me
so good.
and helped me on my way to my girth and fatness with French fries and a Frosty.
I'm weird when it comes to that. Like, my fast food, I eat in a specific way.
Okay.
Like, if I'm sitting at a meal, a lot of times I'll mix my foods. I don't know.
Like,
I can't, like, I eat my fries first, and then I eat the main course, like the burger. I just even order chicken sandwich. I always, because the fries get cold faster, so I eat the fries first.
Absolutely.
But there's one place.
And that's a rite of passage, because if you are the person sent to pick up the meal and have to ride in the car smelling French fries, it is your God-given right to have some of those French fries while driving.
Well, okay. Now,
the French fry tax.
Yeah, and it's not yours. You eat the other people's French fries because they should be damn glad you're bringing them some.
Especially if you're going to Checkers. God, their fries were good.
Oh, yeah.
But we don't have a Checkers anymore.
Didn't they just close?
Yeah, they closed.
I liked their funnel cake fries.
I never had them.
They were good.
There's a place in, I guess, the Midwest, and I can't think of the name of it, and I used to eat it all the time. And like where I lived in St. Louis, it was, I mean, I was kind of outside the city, but like where it was like there was a White Castle and then this place, and I can't remember the name of it.
Could they have been a Jack in the Box or In-N-Out?
Yep.
Jack in the Box. Yes, they have some stellar food.
Their spicy chicken sandwich would destroy me, but it was so good.
They had some hash brown burger, and it was so good.
I miss Jack in the Box. We called it something different, but I don't want to get sued. So.
Oh, Lord.
True. Yes, please don't sue us.
Please don't.
Because I love your food, dude. Please.
You know who we forgot to mention in the fast food realm? Somebody near and dear to my heart. How about Cookout?
Oh, I was about to say Sonic.
Sonic, and I'm going to say Sonic and Cookout because they both share an item very near and dear to my heart, and one I hope we are going to do an episode on completely, and that is tater tots.
Oh, I love tater tots.
I love fries, but if you give me a choice between fries and good tater tots,
it's going to be tater tots.
I am a tot guy.
Same.
I don't really go there.
What about here's one that I don't think we've mentioned. Well, what about cheese sticks? Because the best fast food cheese sticks are from Arby's.
Really? Oh,
yep,
I've actually heard that. Yeah, I think Wendy's
fresh.
tried those for a minute, didn't they?
I'm not sure. I know
but
that
Arby's
King has some frozen things.
Arby's used to do some really good sandwiches. They were like their artisan or something.
Yep.
They had some turkey.
And, they still have some good menu.
Turkey bacon ranch.
Oh my God, it was so good. It was so
they still have
good.
that. I like that one. But if you want some like fast food cheese sticks, Arby's every time. They're gonna make them fresh.
I like cheese sticks.
So good.
See, here's the thing.
I got to be in the mood for them.
Yeah.
As your token fat guy, I was wandering in the store and found this brand called Flavo Rich cheese sticks.
Oh.
And in a deep fryer, they're great.
Wait, flavor rich?
I think that's. I have to find.
Don't they do like ices like the?
I'm going to get back to you. It might not be that. I'm going to get the name of it.
Can we prove Greg wrong? Dun dun dun.
Yes, Greg is wrong frequently and about many things.
So am I.
And I will call you stupid for not knowing something I only found out about 12 seconds ago. But no, there's it's in a box. They have fried mushrooms that are really good, and they have cheese sticks that are really good right in the grocery store. And I used to make them in a deep fryer, and then I found out putting them in an air fryer
changes
makes
everything
10 times.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh my! And I've actually got some. I'll find out the name brand, and I will bring this back on another set of shows. We will find out the name of these things, and because number one, you get a big box of them, and they're fairly economical. You can find spaghetti sauces or marinaras that are on sale and have it like that. They also work in a pinch with barbecue and honey mustard. So
you're gonna have to teach me your ways, because my mom's quite upset with me because I have an air fryer and I don't cook. I don't cook. I'm scared to cook. Like literally, because I don't want to kill people with food.
Well, we can fix that. Not a problem.
Cooking show coming soon.
Absolutely, we're going to do more.
And I got a nice air fryer. It was just it's nice. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll give you a hand.
I need some. Yeah, I need some. But, especially if there's.
The Swedish chef will be going to Charlie's to use the air fryer.
Fried mushrooms.
But okay, so back to the mushroom thing. So I'm a new mushroom person,
really?
And so I've been trying to try a lot of different ones.
Have you tried the portobello's good?
That's what I've heard is the best. I haven't. So what I have tried is like the long, skinny ones. I don't even know the name of them. I like pho, which is I think it's Vietnamese. I think it's Vietnamese or Korean, but it's a soup, and I put them in there, and they're these long, skinny ones. Those are really good. And then I've been trying, like, I guess, like when you think of a mushroom, like I don't know names, but like the traditional ones, I've been putting those into like some ramen. And then I tried stuffed mushrooms. Don't know how I feel about stuffed mushrooms.
A lot of it has to depend on the mushroom.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I need to make them fresh. I wasn't sure, so I just got like the prepackaged ones from the store, and I don't know if that.
Nah,
it wasn't my favorite. It was
Italian restaurant chicken marsala. That's how much I love mushrooms.
See,
yeah, I love mushrooms.
This is where we need to. Jorgen,
so I gotta try.
If you will please make
mushroom
a show note.
We
need to have a mushroom show.
Oh yeah. We may not want to go down. We may not want to go down this.
Jorgen is saying that sounds delicious, but only the ones we're going to eat.
Wait.
For food purposes.
Oh. Well, I mean, how else were you going to ingest?
We're not gonna have a show on the ones that you might take at, let's say, a Grateful Dead concert.
Oh.
Because then we would get sued, and our motto is, please don't sue us.
Don't sue us.
How would they sue us?
Yeah, I don't think we'd get sued. I think we might get arrested.
My question is, why do they always sue us? Why don't they Michelle us? Why don't they Shelly us? Why don't they Francine us?
Because I don't trust people named Sue.
That's right. And never trust a boy named Sue.
There you go.
Oh, no.
Well, folks, we have explored another avenue of life, and we hope you have enjoyed it. We want to say thank you to people like the Fresh Baked Toilet Cake Company in Paducah, Kentucky, who has baked quality into every urinal cake they've made since 1854.
I hate that one so much.
She hates that one, but they're good people.
Yeah.
Also,
they're moist and chewy.
The National Association of People who belong to a national association.
I won't do it again.
They're a great group of people that belong to a national association, and we're friends with them. Of course,
right now, Charlie.
The bamboo. We want to thank the Bamboo Car Wash and all the people at the Bamboo Car Wash. Could you simulate the Bamboo Car Wash one more time?
Charlie. That's what you get.
That's right. Because if you need to come clean, the Bamboo Car Wash is the place to do it.
Have you walk through that?
We have come to the end of our episode. We want to thank you so much. Remember, you can actually email us at whatwelikepc@gmail.com. And if you email us, we'd love to hear from you. You can request your own official What We Like podcast weather window certificate. And just in case you're wondering, PC does stand for podcast. What does it not stand for?
Let's get Charlie. Oops.
Charlie, what does it not stand for?
And I just want to throw out a last thing. Shout out again to my boys, the Walters boys.
Absolutely. The Walters boys, we want to thank you so much.
Parsnip chutney.
Parsnip chutney. I can guarantee you, if you go to any of the Walters boys locations, you will not be getting parsnip chutney. They love you more than that. They will not give you that.
That's funny.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Bye-bye.
We love you. You have a great day.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.